I sold the Big Six and I bought Joe's Buick instead. Now, I'm just fucking with you. There's no fucking way in the world that I would do that. Joe's been trying to sell this thing. This is a 2006 Buick Lucerne. The for sale signs are great because he says, "Do you have a for sale sign?" I said, "No." And then I thought, maybe I could find a picture of one and you could print it out. And that's what he did. So that was nifty. So anyway, it's been for sale. Why is it here? Well, Joe has it in his driveway, obviously, but for possible better exposure or something like that, other cars driving by my block, perhaps somebody would be interested. Nobody's even slowed down to take a peek or anything. There is another for sale sign in the front that I took out because it's got the phone number. But anyway, that's it. So it's just here, and just for the weekend, and then we'll swap cars. He actually took the Big Six back by him and stuffed it in his driveway, so it's there, it's safe. I don't need it for a couple days. I can't drive this because it don't have any plates on it, but I wouldn't want to anyway. There really haven't been any takers on this thing, and we're going to go over the car in a little bit, but the phrase or the term IBM came to mind. IBM, you know, computers and all that, International Business Machines, but IBM actually stands for something else. Inferior but marketable. This is not even marketable. It's a big car, I'll give it that. I like a big car myself, but it's a turd. So that's why I call this Calling All Grandmas. Yeah, it's just a car. There's nothing special about it. When I get in this thing, the whole car like jostles back and forth. It just, you know, it rocks and stuff like that. Steering wheel, yeah, it's not turning. It's not even locked. I'll turn the key a click to unlock it, and it still doesn't turn, so there's no way. Only thing I do like is the vacuum fluorescent display. It said 74,000, or no, what did it say? Does it say anymore? It says Buick Lucerne. That's good, so this way you know what it is. 74,445. That is fairly low mileage for a 2006. It's so beige. It's so plain. Just your steering wheel. You have the buttons on there. Wow. Your lights. Your vent. Other buttons that aren't marked, so you don't know what any of them do. Oh, it's got a built-in compass and temperature. That's important. That's a big selling point. It's amazing any of that actually still works. Time. The radio is also vacuum fluorescent display, so that is a very nice touch. Climate is also, I like that. But other than vacuum fluorescent displays and the delay, really? On. Oh, I screwed up. Off. But look at the delay. On. Off. What the hell? Outside air. Recirculate. You need two buttons for this? Why? What old lady is going to know what button to press? Or maybe that was a feature. You know, oh, if you want inside air, press the middle button. Wow. You know, and then there. But then this is confusing. Auto is down here. The hell? Turn the knob further, lower than it goes? Ay. It's got a power plug in there. Might have been an ashtray traction control. It's got one of those. The dash actually says traction control off. And then you can turn it back on. That's amazing that works. It's just, and this here. Put a Buick logo. Put the word Buick. Put Lucerne in fancy letters. Something. Just this beige shit. I mean, you can talk beige all you want, but I mean, this is so plain. It's fucking ridiculous. And you got your map light. That works. You got the other one. That works. Wow. Garage door opener. That doesn't do anything. Passenger airbag. Well, that's required by law. The mirror has buttons on it. Oh, you could turn your mirror off. That's good. Just in case you don't want your mirror. You know, sun visor. Oh, it's lighted. Cheap. It works, but it's cheap. Look at the dimple. You see the dimple from the raised part? That they couldn't figure that one out, that was going to happen. Does this one work? Yeah, it does. Wow. Yeah. Plain, beige, boring. Oh, you got a B. Oh, no good. Maybe the B wanted to buy it because, you know, B, Buick. Wow. I can't. Oh, we gotta, oh, here, look, power locks. What? And it lets you lock the door with the key in and on? Does it actually lock it? Oh, okay, there's a delay. All right, well, at least it's smart enough to know that. All right, let's look at the back. Yeah, when you drive Chatalian, you can't sit in this side of the car. He's got this seat all the way back also because that makes it Chatalian. Sorry about the bastard kids that they don't watch, but you know, it is. So yeah, it's here. And getting into this hunk of shit. It's, you know, I gotta say the back seat is better than the front. It really is. The back seat is definitely better than the front. Ooh, rear climate. Wow, fancy. Let's see if the windows work. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Fucking stupid trunk button in the glove box. And the trunk slams open. What fucking car slams the trunk open? I've never seen that. I've seen it where it pops the trunk, but look at the springs on this. Like, it just goes right up. What the hell? Boing! Come on. This is ridiculous. Okay, you could fit 4 bodies. You could fit 4 bodies in there.
Look at the size of that trunk. You could put 3 bodies in there. Just kidding. Just trying to levitate the situation.
Still got the LED headlights, so that's good. Got him a set of these for it. Those are getting sold with the car because it's too much of a pain in the dick to take them out. But it's all here. It's all nice. Black carpet. You can put stuff in it. It's, you know, it's got that going for it. It's got an ass backwards hood thing. You gotta like do that, and then you can open it. Okay. Oh, it stays a little. So, yeah, I mean, it does have the 00 engine in it, because that's about as good as it is. 00. It is a V6, though, so we'll give it that. The 3800s were good engines. All right? That's it. But it doesn't matter if the engine is great, if the rest of the fucking car is going to fall apart around it. The thing I could not figure out for the fucking life of me, in 2006, they were still using the goddamn ignition packs like this. These have a tendency to get bad grounds between the metal plate and the coils themselves. So I mean, it's right here, but still, everybody else is fucking doing coil on plug. You got spark plug wires. You got to change those eventually. They go bad. They send the, the lightning strikes out where they're not supposed to go instead of to the sparkulators. I'm not taking the beauty, can you call it beauty, cover off. There's nothing here. It's they gave you a hole for the radiator. I mean, that's convenient. The car runs, it drives, it does what it's supposed to. That would be my telephone.
Hello.
Oh, the Italian alarm bells rang off.
Oh yeah, where'd it go?
I went to the Buick.
Right.
Right, I'm making a video on it right now.
Okay, good. I sent you an email just this second, which you can't get because you're outside.
Right, and?
And then I told you in the email that I was going to call you.
Oh, that's great.
So then I called you, because when you read the email, I wanted to call you.
Right, good, right. 20 minutes later, now that that's all done, I was talking about they still have spark plug wires and that. Everybody else was doing coil on plug. So I don't understand how they didn't update anything. What this was your typical Price is Right car. A Buick Lucerne! And all the lights are going and the music and all that stuff. California emissions, all that shit like that. Blah, blah, blah. And you get it, and it's a plain beige fucking car. It's boring. So like I was saying, it's got the 3800, which is a good engine, but it doesn't matter if the rest of the car is going to fall apart around it. Now, that being said, the car is fully functional. Everything on the car actually, miraculously, still works for now. It is in perfect condition, minus any little scuffs and stupid shit like that you're just going to have on a car of this age. Low mileage. You wouldn't be afraid to get in this car and drive 3-4 hours. It's fully functional, but now it's unable to be sold because it's not a sought-after car. If it were a Camry, them shits sell like hotcakes. If you know the story with Joe and all that, he wanted another Camry. This was sort of a rebound vehicle. And I remember him saying to me, he said, well, I know it's a Buick, I know it's GM, but I just feel like you can go to a mechanic and he's going to have the alternator. It's just a GM alternator. They've used the same one for 50 years. I mean, besides mounting brackets and shit like that, this might fit the Buick. It's otherwise there. It's just untouched old technology. And that's another thing about the 3800 is that it's a pushrod engine. Now, that's old technology. The Camrys have variable valve timing for better gas mileage and all that kind of stuff, where this is just a straight, plain old pushrod engine. Nothing wrong with that. It is tried and true technology, but it's outdated by today's standards. And I'm not saying that GDI, gasoline direct injection, is any good, because so many car manufacturers have had so many problems with that, with engines carboning up, that, they haven't got it right. It's not ready for prime time. Pushrod has been around. All right. It's been around, and it's tried and true, but it's just old hat at this point. Variable valve time has been around for a long time now, and they didn't even implement it. Even old Clanky had variable valve timing, and that was an 02. But I think it's time that we start this thing. attempt to start it. It should start because it ran yesterday, but it is GM, so. And, you know, another thing, like putting the battery under the back seat. What the fuck? Seriously, what the fuck? You don't want that in the vehicle. The expansion tank could have been made smaller and placed elsewhere to fit a battery there. There's no reason for a lot of the design choices of this. But let's go ahead and start it. Just going to get back in. Here's something else that's dumb that I noticed. There's a red reflector here. Does it light up? No. Why would they want to do that? So, I mean, that's nice. You got headlights shining in it. It shines back, so you see somebody's doors open. What happened here? Did it really cost that much for that stupid red piece of plastic? You might say, well, this is the side that's going to be against the curb. Understood, but if you're Italian, you just park anywhere you want. So you'll park the wrong way in front of your friend's driveway, like he often does. So if this door opens, where's the reflector there? So we'll go and start it, but before we do that, for the turn signal twerps, hazards, fantastic. Oh, it has the flash, the flash to pass. What do they call that? Okay. And you can get that if you get it just right. Anyway, time to start it. Yeah. So it actually runs. I mean, that's pretty impressive. It does its thing. It's there. Slowing down. He's cold. Now, I don't know why they did the cut-off exhaust pipe. That's always weird. But it's got that sound of a pushrod engine. That you don't get with the Camrys, I'll tell you that. Not that it's a good or a bad thing, it's just different. Tires, like, it's there. The car is like too small in the back for it, you know, it sticks out. Does it auto? It's an automobile. That's auto. So I guess it autos. It runs. The AC works. I think that's the AC compressor down there. The fans don't run when the AC is on. Unless it's not on now. Let me check. I guess you have to cold it. I think it turned on now. No, same shit. I don't know. It just is. Are the lines getting cold? Maybe? Maybe? It works. I mean, it's got the button for it, so, you know, it's got that going for it. The LED headlights, so they're there and on, and probably melting the housing. That's nice. I was mistaken. The AC compressor's down there. Definitely not running. It's definitely running now. But the fans still don't run, so I guess they just turn on and off as needed. Maybe there's a set. Oh, there. They just started. They shut off. It's there. Yeah, it's definitely running now. I definitely feel the cold air, so got that right. Does it work on auto? It does. Turn it back there. Turn off the AC. Woof. So she's all idled down now. Should be warm enough. It's quiet, it runs. Still has that little pushrod gurgle going on. And I feel the air is still very moist. Maybe it's a bit cold yet, but I don't know. That's one thing I've always noticed about American cars. Nowadays, of course, they have catalytic converters and all that great shit, blah, blah, blah. But there's a smell to them that you don't get out of a Japanese rice cake burner. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just different, and that's all I'm saying. There's nothing desirable about this vehicle in any way, shape, or form. Has a good engine. Okay, let's get over it. That's all it's got going for it. Great. But like I said, when the wheels fall off, that doesn't make any difference. It's so plain, so blah. There's nothing special about it. It's a great car for somebody to jump in and drive to work every day. And Joe got it for that. And he took it to work every day and back. And it was fine. He never had any trouble with it. It starts every day. It's got its good days and its bad days. It runs, the AC works, the heat works, everything works. But it just won't sell because there's nothing. I like the color. I mean, does that count? But other than that, you know, it's so plain, so blah. Oh, another thing Joe said about the seats, he said, yeah, they give you these big seats. This is good for the old ladies who get in and shit their pants. Of course, Joe would talk about that. He had this whole story. It was hilarious how, like, the old lady could sit in here and shit her pants, and it's like the seat like holds it there for her, you know, kind of thing. I don't know. It's just hilarious. You gotta, you know, when he gets on a roll with that stuff, but it's just so damn plain and so blah. And when we looked at this thing, I said, look for something else. I need a car. He got a car. It's a car. But that's about all that can be said. Now, that being said, Ginger is just a car. There is nothing special about this vehicle. Has the V6, that was an option, so that's special if you want to call it that, but it's your plain old beige Camry. Nothing special about it. It's just a plain turn the key, it starts, and throw it in drive and you go. But if I put a for sale sign on this, they'd be knocking down my door because people want them. They want them because they know of the reliability. Now, any car can break at any time, but GM does not have that reputation of being super reliable, never breaks down. Oh, wait. It's got the 3800 engine. Let's not forget that now. But that's all it's got going for it. Same as Ginger with the V6. But a lot of people, quite honestly, in a Camry are not looking for a V6. They're just looking for a car. So that might actually, if I ever were to sell it, might actually limit my buyer segment because of that. They want the better gas mileage that a 4 will afford. This, you don't have a choice. It's this or get a 4-cylinder Camry, I guess. I don't know, just plain. Oh, another thing. The last day he drove this, when he got his new Camry, or his replacement, he had me drive this back because he drove the Camry that he just bought. This drives like in the movie Airplane, where they said, how's it handling? Sluggish, like a wet sponge. That's exactly how it handles. It's sluggish. If you step on it, will it go? It's like, and it revs up, and it's you know, it'll move. But it won't move. You know, like the Big 6. I step on that, I'm gone. I can smoke fucking BMW i3s. It's actually faster than them, if my memory serves me. But anyway, that's it. It's just a boring car, and it's not marketable. Even here, for the additional exposure, nobody has even stopped to peek at it. Nobody has pulled in front of the driveway to say, oh, let me see. It doesn't look like a bad car. It doesn't look like a bad car from the outside, but then you get into the nitty-gritty of it, and it's so plain. If it had the Toyota reliability to go with it, then you got a car for sale. That's my rant. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll double O you next time. Bye-bye.